Good morning, everybody. It's Brian, the Toyota guy over here at Fred Anderson Toyota in Asheville, and it's been a minute since I've walked the lot and just pointed out a couple things, but there was at least 3 or 4 cars I wanted to show you guys this morning that I think are interesting. I'm hoping that somebody that sees this will think it's interesting as well. So let's go ahead and start with probably one of my personal favorites here on the lot. That's right, GR86 in blue flame. This is the premium with the black wheels. These are the same wheels that I have on my Celica. You can see it's got the manual transmission with the ultra suede interior. Really nice shape. I am in no position to be buying a car anytime soon, but if I was, this would easily be it. You can see it's a 2024. Bought it locally from somebody, so that one's pretty cool. So here's one I'm digging. We've had it for a little bit. I haven't checked the price in a couple days, but I'd be willing to bet this car is going for a really good deal right now. It's a 21 A6 Allroad, and I didn't even know they made the A6 in a station wagon, but if anybody knows me, knows that I love station wagons. Of course, this is a Quattro. Look at these big old brakes on the front. It's got panoramic glass roof, gorgeous interior. It's like a dark mahogany leather and everything. It's got 78,000 miles, which I think is the reason why we still have it. But if you're looking for something kind of unique, look, there's even a hitch on it. This thing is absolutely ready for some mountain driving and some mountain biking and everything else in between. All right, next is a 2024 Elantre N. This is basically a budget street race car for those that are into that. This one isn't automatic, as you can see here, but for those that know the N's, this is a really cool car. It's basically vying for the same space that the GR Corolla and the Civic Type R are in. It doesn't have as good a performance as either one of those two cars, but when this car is bought for about $20,000 less, I don't think you can really fault it. This is a really cool car. Love the color, love the little red accents. It's the rev up on the body style, so I think it looks better than the previous body style. So pretty clean, very unique. Happy to have it here. While I'm here, quick shout out to the Beetle convertible. I think 2019 or 2020 was one of the last years they sold these, so this one's pretty cool on its own. Sadly, not a manual though. Still pretty cool. All right, so this is one I feel obligated to point out because this is the kind of just unique stuff that we get. Look at the year and look at the miles. 2016 Prius 4 with less than 15,000 miles. And it is taxi cab yellow, I'll give it that. But man, this car is pretty cheap for what it is. And my Lord, to have a car that's almost 10 years old, have hardly any miles on it like that, that is impressive. I mean, you can even look at the wheels. This car looks like it's been parked inside and clearly hasn't been driven, but it's in really good shape everywhere all around. For somebody looking for a cheap runaround car, this would be it right here. Whether you're buying for yourself or for a family, I can't believe this one's still here if I'm honest with you. All right, last 2 cars. This is a Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. I am also of the agreement that these new Tacomas have gotten way too expensive, and a lot of people are kind of, missing the V6. Well, good news is with the Frontiers, you can still get all that. And I think that they're a pretty good bargain all the way around. The Pro 4X basically lines up with the TRD Pro for the Tacoma. It's definitely not as aggressive as that. I'm not going to pretend like they're the same vehicle, but if you want that same level of performance, I think the Pro 4X is a good way to go. I'd be curious to have the pricing pulled up on this one because I just know for a fact, a 22 with 40,000 miles, this one's absolutely going to be bought for a deal compared to, any Tacoma. I'd be willing to bet the price on this truck is equivalent to a, 2020 SR5 or something like that. These are bought at extreme bargains, any Frontier, and I think the Pro 4X is the best way to go on the lineup. Last but not least is going to be this GR Corolla. It's kind of neat seeing a GR Corolla right next to a regular SC Corolla because you can see where the cars are similar and where they are very different. I mean, just look at the bumpers, the wide hips on the fenders, the wheels, and we're not even going to talk about the powertrain. Having 300 horsepower out of a 3-liter and an all-wheel drive with a manual, this thing is awesome. I'll be honest, if this was blue, this is a premium as well. You can see it's got the upgraded brakes and everything there. I'm sorry, this one's a core. My mistake, this one's a core. We had a premium. But manual transmission, suede interior. This one basically just doesn't have the carbon roof and stuff like that, but it's got just such good body lines, such good performance, and I can't wait to see how this one ends up pricing out. It's definitely in my future to own one of these when the right one pops along. So while this one's not the right color for me, I want that blue that's on the GR86 we saw earlier. This would be a great car for somebody, so hit me up. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out here right now, but that's just a sampling of kind of the more unique things that I think we've got here. If you see anything else in the video that you're interested, just shoot me a message or give me a call, let me know. Thanks so much, have a great day.